sexy little beast. Okay, let's put you over here. Who would like me to go first? Love. Interesting. Okay. Grand Rising, wonderful souls, welcome to my channel. If you are new to my channel, my name is Bronwen. It's good to have you here. If you are a returning subscriber soul family, it's good to have you back. Thank you for your likes, your shares, your comments, and your subscribes. I appreciate them all. Thank you for your emails also, and thank you for the support, the continuing support to Loku's Dog and Cat Care Rescue. This is a very small independent animal shelter out in the east coast of Sri Lanka. They focus on street dogs and street cats, getting as many of them neutered as possible, because if they can bring the populations down, it really, really helps them. And they are constantly struggling because they are the only animal charity in the entirety of the east coast of Sri Lanka. So you can see how big of a job they have. I started helping fundraising last year, and it's just something that I'm going to continuously do because what they're doing is really, really good. And there's not many of them in this shelter doing so. There's not many of them to be able to go out and do the wonderful things that they're doing. If you would like to be part of this, have a look down below. There is a link. You can see there will be a line of dogs, some finger pointing going down, and you will see a link on there that you can click. You can donate if you want to, you can sponsor an animal if you want to, or you can just share that link with as many people as possible. That would be amazing. If you have already done that, thank you so much. It really does make a difference. Let's crack on, shall we? Now, when I first tapped in for this reading, I was really, really drawn to this deck here. So this is going to be a love reading. Maybe it can be self-love. It may be familial love. It could be romantic. I'm not sure just yet. I am going to be ringing this bell. This is just to cleanse the space around us. So if you have any type of sound sensitivity, especially to sharp sounds, like high sounds, please turn down your listening device in 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. So let's see where we're taking this reading. What is the overall arching energy, please, Spirit? What do we need to know? Thank you. Just one card. Oh, there we go. That was quick. Chivalry is coming out. Okay. That's number 3. You always take out another card. Okay, so I've been asked to get another card. Okay, one more card, please. One more card would be wonderful. Thank you. Divine Feminine is coming out in reverse, so that is very interesting. And underneath we have sexuality in reverse. So let me just pop those back in if they want to go in. There we go. And so chivalry here is number 3. Let me see. Number 3. And it says here, to be chivalrous is synonymous with having integrity and courage. Who or what is a chivalrous man, and how does he behave? A chivalrous man will face up to the many challenges that life presents and protect the people he loves and whatever he truly believes in. On a less heroic, more everyday note, he is both a protector and a provider, and applies himself to these roles at the levels of family, friendship, intimate relationship, and community. The chivalrous male has a deep respect for the feminine and a powerful understanding that he himself is nurtured by supporting the feminine and helping her to thrive. He recognizes, that actions like opening a door for a woman or offering a lady a seat can add a flourish of charm and style to the way he lives his life, and he derives joy from them. Moreover, he takes pride in the fact that he can be gallant without losing his sense of self or feeling demeaned. Appreciating and enjoying the inherent differences between the masculine and the feminine helps the chivalrous male to enjoy this way of being and to be uplifted by the company of the luminous woman. By drawing this card today, you are calling the energy of chivalry into your life. If you are a man, you are encouraged to consider ways in which being chivalrous can enhance your life and to find more ways to demonstrate it. But beware, chivalry is not just about going through the motions. It's about understanding the subtle interplay of masculine and feminine energies and tapping into the sublime source of nurture, warmth, support, and love that is available from the secure and supported feminine. If you are a woman, this card is asking you to look at ways you could allow more chivalry into your life and encouraging you to look for the chivalrous qualities in men around you. When a man does something chivalrous, gallant, or polite for you, thank him and let him know that you noticed his chivalrous quality. A compliment such as this will surely motivate him to behave in this way again in the future. Okay. So we have chivalry coming out here. I feel like when they're talking about, not just chivalry, but they were talking about protection, like being protection and providing. It's giving the King of Cups energy, real King of Cups energy here. Now, I'm not going to go through the entirety of the Divine Feminine just because it's a mouthful and I'm going to be here forever. I will read the end part though that talks about it when it's in reverse. So let's have a look. 10 and 11. Oh, it seems like I have to. The Divine Feminine is the fundamental form of abundance. The Divine Feminine is returning us all once more after thousands of years of dominance by the distorted masculine. She is characterized by qualities such as nurturing behavior, patience, caring, acceptance, trust, going with the flow, harmony with natural cycles, sharing, communal cooperation, healing, a connection to nature, and a more circular, organic way of getting things done. Intuition, especially the decision to use and trust it more, is also extremely important in the feminine realm and feminine approach to life. These qualities are not always highly valued in our society, and whether you are male or female, you may have been brought up learning to discard or distrust them. The feminine way of being, patient or caring, is not just about giving all the time and finishing up exhausting yourself. It's about having faith in the fact that the universe can and will guide you if you allow it. Now, before I even go on, it seems like there are two energies here. One that kind of wants to come in and play the role of being chivalrous. And I don't think it really matters if we're talking about like the divine masculine, because I know that in this card it was being very setting genders, male being the man, feminine being the female. Take it as it resonates for you and how it works in your life, okay? And you also have someone here though with the energy being almost, I don't know, there's distorted feminine coming through here. I don't know if there is expectations of things to be given. Like I am with you, you are the sugar daddy or you are the masculine. So you have to be the one that provides. You have to be the one that pays for everything. If this person doesn't pay for all the bills, then they're not worth anything. That's what I'm getting from this here, because I mean, we opened up to the first line talking about how the divine feminine is about abundance, but we are in lack. This is in reverse. We have two people here, one expecting more than what they can give themselves. The feminine way of being patient or caring is not just about giving all the time and finishing up exhausting yourself. It's about having faith in the fact that the universe can and will guide you if you allow it. So this being in reverse, I feel like there is someone here that doesn't trust their intuition, or somebody who feels like it's not the universe that provides for them, it's somebody else should. There seems to be someone who's very old-fashioned, and that's fine. You can have traditional views as long as your partner is consenting and it works for both of you. The divine feminine is the vital force from which all other life emerges, and it works towards a win-win outcome in every situation for the good of all involved. All things creative, sensual, and nurturing belong to the feminine realm. So indulge that with awareness as a way of expressing your delight. Make a commitment to listen to, trust, and act upon your intuition more today and every day. You have drawn this card today because your heart and intuition are calling out to you, urging you to trust your feminine energy more and more. Take a few minutes to complete the exercise on the next page, reintegrating your divine feminine, and then take the steps to acknowledge this power within you. I might do this at the end, because what I'm getting here is more than one energy. This literally could be your relationship with how you receive. Are you open to receiving? This can be somebody who is expecting things just to be put on their plate, but it also can be a part of ourselves that finds it easy to nurture others, but finds it very difficult to allow others to nurture us. Okay, right, what I will do is I will keep that there, and we can look at this afterwards. Okay, let's go straight in and just see. You want me to go over there? Okay, it's this one. Tell me about the chivalry, why that came up. Somebody here, I feel like there is a relationship between two where this seems like a divine masculine and a distorted feminine, like someone's divine masculine counterpart, and the energy of being constricted by a distorted feminine. And like this divine masculine seems to be offering things or doing things that are like I said, paying the bills, or you know, paying to get that person's hair done, pampering them, doing these things because they were taught that's what you're supposed to do, and that's wonderful, but also doing it to kind of avoid conflict. Now we have the Eight of Wands coming out. We have the Eight of Wands coming out. We also have the Wheel of Fortune coming out, and then we have the Tower. I feel like there's more than one download coming in for this divine feminine in reverse. We have somebody who is no longer in the picture. This person, the divine masculine, it seems like this person is separate from the distorted feminine, excuse me. In that, especially with this horse being in that card, this is like a knight. Someone is moving on. It could be the Knight of Cups, Knight of Wands, Knight of Swords. There seems to be somebody who is ambling in. They're not rushing though. So this is either the Knight of Cups or the Knight of Pentacles coming in a slow fashion. King of Cups coming in as well. But the Wheel of Fortune is destiny. We are looking at a destined union. We're looking at a destined connection. And I feel like the energy of this person from the past may also be mirroring slightly the energy of someone's shadow self here. And I don't say that to criticize. I don't say that in a horrible way. And I'm not saying that because it's a mirror that you are ungrateful, that you just want princess treatment, that you don't. It's not that. It may actually be that you push against receiving. And that's irrespective of gender. You may push against people helping you. You may push against, it's like, I can do it. I'll help you. I'm the one that helps you. But this person's coming in and being like, but I want to open the door for you. I want to get you a gift. I want to pull the chair out and push it in. I want to ask about your day. And I don't know if somebody finds that very uncomfortable, especially with this being in reverse. This is almost like someone is off balance. Because when you think of like your chakras, you think of like your energy points, don't look at them as like being flat. Like you can see this disc here. Don't look at them as being flat. Look at them as being like an actual soccer ball, or as we say, you know, over here in Britain, we say football. Think of them like a round spherical thing, right? So at the front, I've always seen it as giving out to others is at the front and receiving is from the back. So there is some sort of imbalance here. There's more of a lean forward. Why am I being told this? Because I do feel like there's somebody here that's going to come in and give you something really flipping big. Like it's a really big gesture. It doesn't have to be financial, but it's definitely connected between love and like abundance and putting those two together. And I say that because you have the Wheel of Fortune, which does talk about luck, about plenty, about, you know, getting the things that you desire and also the things that are destined for you. But we also have the Tower. So this is not a small gift. This is not someone just turning up with roses or with a pony. This is more like coming with the whole stable, coming with, like, I mean, you look behind that, he is like a prince or a king. He actually has a castle. This is giving someone more than you expect or more than you think you deserve. There's the resistance there. There's the resistance. And I feel like that was the second download that was coming in at the same time, is that if you are used to being the person that always was gifting, was always chivalrous, was always the one that had to open the door, because every relationship that you had kind of put you into that position of, I have to be the provider, I have to stand in my masculine energy irrespective of gender, I can't be soft, I can't be vulnerable, I have to be the doer. It may kind of feel confusing or almost alien to be sitting in a softer receiving energy, okay? I don't think it's very important about the last person that this divine masculine was with. I don't think that's important. I think that they definitely took advantage of this person. This person's kind heart. This person has a very kind heart. Whoever it is that's coming in has a very, very big heart. They may wear their heart on their sleeve. They may be like very, like a soppy romantic. This is just something that maybe you're not used to. Okay, it's going to come in very, very quickly. So I'm going to place this down here, this way. Okay. Can I get a little bit more, please, on the distorted feminine? Because the thing is, when I say the distorted feminine, it doesn't mean that you're a karmic feminine or that you're broken or anything like that. This is more just so that I can categorize and make it easier for you guys to understand when I'm talking about one or the other. This is talking about shadow self. This is talking about, I think a lot of the times if we close up from receiving, it's so that you don't have to be disappointed then. You know, if you want things, this is something to do with control as well. There's a need to let go of control a little bit here. There's a need to let go of control here. Because I was about to say that, you know, I can only give you examples from my own experience in the past. I have 4 different placements for Virgo in my birth chart, so I'm a control freak. I love control. No, I'm joking. I joke. But I used to be like that. I didn't want to receive, and I'm still working on that, you know, on being open to allowing others to kind of nurture me rather than me being the nurturer. And there is definitely a sense of control of, well, I won't get disappointed then. I know how I like things to be done. And it's letting go of the reins and going, but it's okay if they don't. It doesn't happen like that, because if someone else is going to take the reins for me, it's less of a burden for me. I get to breathe. I get to exhale. I get to relax. And I think that there's something here. I do think that this person coming in, this gift that's coming in, this blessing, and I'm talking about the person and the thing that they're bringing with them, because they're a blessing. And I need you guys to realize that, because if you are not used to receiving, it may have also been a thing of, well, if I don't receive and I do it myself, I stay safe. And I don't want you guys to miss this opportunity because you are worried that you can't trust it. That's what's coming through as well. This person is the blessing, not just what it is that they're bringing to you. Tell me about let's just say the wounded inner feminine. Tell me about the shadow part of the feminine. Interesting. This is generational. This is generational coming in, because we have the 10 of Pentacles coming through, a legacy, right? This is something that's been passed down. Because when it comes to abundance, it may be not just receiving help or receiving, I don't know. There's something about receiving safety, receiving help. It could also be to do with money, like receiving money, receiving things that would be seen as material wealth and in value, and going, do you know what, British people do this quite a lot. Oh no, I couldn't take that. I couldn't take that gift from you. And it's like, well, they bought it for you. It's your birthday. Take the flipping gift, man. And like, oh, you shouldn't have. Why should they not have? Why can it not be the opposite of, oh my gosh, I'm so glad you did. I'd be so annoyed if you didn't come to my birthday party with a present. As then you sound really, really selfish, right? So we're told not to. There's this thing of like, yeah, sidestepping blessings, or not feeling like you're good enough to have or hold that blessing. The Two of Wands here is expanding almost like on an action, because these are the cards that have come out to talk about like the wounded part of that divine feminine. The Six of Swords being here is moving away from turbulence. So it's almost like feeling guilty for being given or gifted or being blessed. I don't know if your grandparents or their grandparents being given some sort of blessing in a time of hardship may have actually brought a lot of like vultures, may have brought a lot of hyenas or people circling them. Because if we go back to like our grandparents' time or their grandparents' time, it would have been a time of hardship. It would have been a time of survival rather than living. And anyone gaining something in prosperity, unless you kept that very, very quiet so that other people didn't steal it, for example, and even then there may have been like this sense of, I don't know, guilt for having. Or maybe you shouldn't want for more. You only have that and that's what you get, and that's passed down. There is definitely something here about feeling guilty for having. And I do feel like whoever this person is that's coming in, because I heard soften, like they want to help soften that within you. And I am getting that if this is a divine masculine and it's a man, as in an actual man with man bits and all the rest of it walking around, this person's very tapped into like their inner child, I was going to say, but also they're tapped into their feminine, the divine feminine. The divine feminine is not just talking about like girly energies. It's talking about how we connect to our emotions, how we connect to creativity, how we connect to our intuition. And the divine feminine card was talking about intuition and how it's not really regarded in society these days as being like a really good skill. Having somebody who is tapped into their emotions and has emotional and intuitive awareness is a rarity, but it's really beautiful when you find that in a person, irrespective of gender, right? I feel like this person is going to help you open up certain parts of yourself that maybe you have hidden because it's vulnerable. It's vulnerable to kind of look into that because it's to do with worthiness. And sometimes we can have wounds that, and again, I'm not a therapist, I can't diagnose you, I can only tell you from my own experience, but sometimes we have wounds or that are almost like seeds of ideas or codes that are placed in us or implanted in us when we are children. So it's just something that we hold and we don't realize that we're perpetuating that out into, you know, either the generations that are going down or just in our daily lives. This thing of, I'm not worthy enough to take in help from others. Why? Do you feel like do you feel like you'll be lacking, or other people will think that you're lacking? Because the amount of times that I have heard from like ex-partners when I was with them and you'd want to help them, they're like, well, I'm not a charity case. But what is wrong with being viewed as one? What is wrong with being viewed as needing help? Very interesting. What an interesting reading. What do we need to know about this? Tell me about the Eight of Wands, please. What's coming in so fast then? Oh, I've got the song playing in my head by Aurora. I think it's Run Away. And I can't, hear the lyrics properly. I can just hear the tune. So there's something very magical coming in for you. I absolutely adore Aurora because she's so flipping weird and wonderful. I want to be like her when I grow up. Seriously, you've got the Nine of Swords coming out here. So there may be something that's coming in that is stressful for you, and you literally have someone who is riding in on their flipping pony to sort this out for you on their trusty steed, you know. In a very romantic way. We also have the Queen of Cups coming out. Now, the Queen of Cups has come out in quite a lot of my readings. This could be an extra person. It does seem so. Okay, there's somebody here who, do you know what? I was talking about how at generations before, like your grandparents' grandparents or whoever it may have been, may have had to hide certain fortune or blessings or wealth or support or whatever it was from prying eyes or from hyenas or people who would be like, well, you have to share that. You know, why do you get to keep that? There's someone here. There's someone here that is going to be circling this relationship, this gift, this union, or this like collaboration of some sort. And you're being, I think this is like a really gentle warning that there is definitely somebody who is closer to you than you think that is going to want to know. They're going to want the tea on what is happening. And I don't know if you are a private person or whether you're not, you know, or whether you shout to the rooftops when you're in a new relationship or when someone comes in and financially supports you. I don't know. But I think that this is like a gentle encouragement to keep some of this to yourself, not out of guilt or shame, not out of, you know, I don't want anyone to steal it from me, but from this person, because there's one specific person here, this Queen of Cups being in reverse. This person isn't nurturing. This person is greedy, is what I'm getting. This person is greedy. You have the Knight of Pentacles coming out in reverse. The Knight of Pentacles is usually like an investment. I see it as something that grows slowly. It's the slowest knight in the deck. You can see that this horse is not moving. It's completely at a standstill while this person here is looking at what they have. It being in reverse to the Tower, I don't know if somebody is going to go through financial struggles or go through some sort of financial stressor. There's something here with like an unforeseen bill that needs to be paid, or an unforeseen debt, or something coming up. It could be like your washing machine breaking, or you need to get the plumber out because the bathroom pipes have just gone and you've had to spend a certain amount of money and it's left you with nothing. I feel like right on the edge of when you're feeling like, oh my gosh, things couldn't get any worse, this person's going to come in and literally save the day. They're going to come in and just be like, what? I'm going to help you with that. I'm going to help you with this. I'm going to help you with this. And you have someone here that they want to know what's going on. They want to know like how much money is being spent on you, how much is being gifted on you. Oh, somebody's doing the repairs for this and this. How much did that cost? This person just wants to put their nose, they want to put their nose in there. Now, the Knight of Pentacles is actually clarifying the Tower. So this is both happy and stressful at the same time, if that makes sense. And you also have the King of Pentacles coming out to the Ten of Pentacles. I do feel like this person may be coming in as a business partner as well. I don't know if this person's going to outwardly just be like, I like you and I'd like to take you on a date and I'd like to treat you, you know, I'd like you to treat you to this restaurant, or I want to pay for your bills, or I want to do this, or I want to do that. Or if this person is going to come in and invest in something that you are building, or something that you can build together with this person, especially with the Ten of Pentacles coming out here. Ten of Pentacles to the King of Pentacles is actually creating a legacy. So this is breaking down and removing old ways of being, thinking, like old traditions or old codes, like I was talking about before, that may have been planted in you from, you know, past generations. And this is removing that because it doesn't benefit you. It's not, it may have made you feel safe through your life for certain things. I'll do it myself. I can do it. that energy of I'll give, but I won't take. This person is coming in to show you that it's okay to take, because this person wants to give. They'll take as well. If someone is like, here, would you like this? They'll be like, yes, thank you, so thank you very much. But they want you to do that too. And I think that this is going to be very healing for someone. There's just this Queen of Cups. I'm not touching on her too much because I feel like this is more to do with your own growth, your own acceptance. Okay. Tell me about the Two of Wands, please. Two of Wands, Two of Wands. What do we need to know? So we have the Moon coming out in reverse. The Moon in reverse is about emotions. Okay. So this is looking at how you feel when you receive. How do you feel when someone is like, I'll pay for that? Like you go to the restaurant, you know, and everyone's getting their cards out, like playing like sword fights. Like, who's going to pay? I know that in some cultures, like, I mean, my mum's from the north of Spain, and I know that it's a very, what's the word? Mediterranean thing that everyone wants to pay when it comes to the end, like when you go to a restaurant, and if you don't let them pay, they get really offended. Like, what, is my money not good enough? Is my money not good enough? Why is your money better than mine? And it's like, it's not. It's just, let me pay and you pay next time. So there is this energy here of looking into how you feel when you're told, no, I'm going to do this for you. How does that make you feel? We have the Ace of Wands coming out here, because I do feel like this action of kind of looking into this, pouring kindness and being gentle with yourself as you look at this is really going to help you come out and away from some sort of conflict. What's this conflict? You've got work conflict coming through here. Okay, this Queen of Cups may be somebody from your work. They don't have to be family, because the Eight of Pentacles coming out is very telling for me. The Eight of Pentacles is about paid work. It's also to do with, you know, learning and mastering a skill, being at the top of your game in something here. This person coming in that's being very chivalrous may actually see that you find it difficult to receive. So rather than just wanting to gift you something, they're going to give you like, it's almost like a paid transaction. Okay, so I want to give this to you, but you don't want to just take that. So let's make it that whatever your job is, you can do X, Y, and Z for me. Or you can go and you can paint the fence for me, and I will give that to you. And it doesn't matter if it's not the same. I still want to give it to you. If you want to do something for that, you can. That's what I think might happen. And this is going to help heal something. It's going to help heal something within you where you're more open to receiving. And that's a really good mantra. It's a mantra that I used for a very long time. So rather than just saying, you know, I'm a money magnet, money is always flowing to me. If you honestly do not believe that, if there is any flipping doubt, even like a tiny grain of doubt, the universe is not going to respond in the way that you want it to. It's going to respond to that doubt, that tiny bit. So you can add, I'm open. I'm open to receiving money. I am open to receiving unlimited money from the universe, because what you're saying there is, I'm just open, and that is something that you will believe. I am open to that. I am open to love. I am open to receiving, or I'm open to the idea of receiving. I used to use that, and I've gone from doing that to now just going, I'm open to, I'm receiving love. I am receiving love. I am lovable. My heart is big and open and ready. There's something here about this relationship, this connection, really opening up the doors so that you can soften yourself, because this is somebody's soft era. Someone has had to be hard for a very, very long time, has had to really sit in their masculine for a very, very long time, and it's time to be able to move over. And it's not saying that you forget your masculine energy, your divine masculine energy, but there is a softer, more nurturing, more in tune, more creative side that may have had to be put on the shelf while you were doing it all yourself. Well, I'll have to do this. I'll do it for you. It's fine. I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it. Now there is somebody that wants to come in and kind of take that reins from you on that kind of topic, so that you can be open to receive all of that abundance, open to receive. Four of Cups in reverse. This is about things that you do want. These are about things that you accept. Love that for you. Absolutely love that for you. I'm going to leave it there. I don't think that I need to say any more on this. I think that that's really good. I'm going to leave it there. I love you guys. I hope this gave you some confirmation and clarity on what you already intuitively know. If you are new to this channel and this resonated and you'd like to see more, I would love you to hit on the like, the subscribe, and on the notification bell so you can see just that. Let me take a sip because my throat is so dry. If you are a returning subscriber, soul family, hearts, kisses, I love you guys. I will see you in the next reading. Know that if you are watching this video, my readings are now closed. If you email me, you know, to talk about readings or anything like that, I'm going to assume that you want me to book you in for April, to hold a place for April. There is a deposit which is half the amount of whatever reading you want. So say you want a 15-minute reading. My 15-minute readings are £111 sterling. So I would ask for a deposit of £55. If you are looking for a 30-minute reading, those are priced at 222 sterling pounds. So I would ask for half of that, and so on and so forth. You do not have to put a deposit down if you don't want to, but you need to know that my readings go very, very quickly when they are open, and there is no guarantee that there will be space for you then. It's up to you. Okay, I love you guys. Mwah.